and welcome back. Today we're going to be learning about shapes. I would like everyone to join me on the rug and find a seat, and we'll begin. Alright, last week we talked about shapes. We learned about their names and what they look like. This week we'll be talking about how we know a shape is a shape. What defines it? So what we use to define shapes are called attributes. And attributes tell us exactly what the characteristics are of that shape. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold up a shape and I'm going to say the name of it, and then I want you to repeat it back to me. And then we're going to look at the sides, the corners, and talk about the length of each side to define each shape. Okay? So we're going to start with a square. We have a square up here. We're going to start with a square. Okay? So this is a square. What is it? A square. That's right. Now let's look at the sides. A square has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So we have 4 sides right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. 4 corners. And if we look at the sides of a square, we can tell that they're all equal in length, which means they're all the same size. Now, if we take a square of a different size and turn it to the side, is it still a square? What do you think? It is still a square. How do we know that? We can tell by counting its sides, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and its corners, 1, 2, 3, 4. And are all the sides the same length? What do you think? They are. So this is also a square. So squares can be different shapes and different colors and still have the same name because they have the same attributes. Alright, let's try a different one. Let's do a circle. This is a circle. Right? What is it? A circle. Good job. So let's run our fingers along the sides. A circle is a round figure or curved that has no sides. A side, because a side is a straight line, and this figure has no straight lines, so there are 0 sides to a circle. Therefore, how many corners do we have? Do you see any corners? No corners. There are 0 corners in a circle, so 0 sides and 0 corners. We know this is a circle because it's a round figure. Let's look at a circle that's smaller. It's a different color, different size, but is it the same shape? It is, because it has a circular figure, no sides and no shape, no sides and no corners. Good job, boys and girls. Alright, our next shape we're going to talk about is the rectangle. This is a rectangle. What is it? A rectangle. Good job. Let's run our fingers along the sides. Let's count how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4. A rectangle has 4 sides. And how many corners? 1, 2, 3, 4. A rectangle has 4 sides and 4 corners. Now let's look at the length of the sides. Do you notice anything? Are they all equal, like the square? Let's hold them next to each other. If we hold it up in front, you can tell that the rectangle is longer. What we can tell is that opposite sides on a rectangle are the same length. The top and the bottom, the longer sides, are the same length, and the shorter sides are the same length. So rectangles have 4 sides, 4 corners, and opposite sides that are the same length. Not all the sides are equal. Now let's take a look at this one. What kind of shape is this? We have 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? What shapes have 4 sides? A square and a rectangle. We have 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. And what about the sides? Are they the same? They are not. We have 1 short side, 2 short sides, and 2 long sides, right? So this is a rectangle. So even if it's this way, or this way, or this way, it's still a rectangle. All right, our last shape we're gonna do is a triangle down here. All right, let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3. A triangle has 3 sides. All right, now let's count the vertices or the corners. Count them with me. 1, 2, 3. A triangle has 3 sides and 3 corners. Now let's look at a triangle like this. All these sides do look the same, but do these ones look the same? They do not. We can tell this one is longer than the rest. A triangle can have sides that are the same, but it does not have to. So as long as it has 3 sides, 1, 2, 3, and 3 corners, 1, 2, 3, it's still a triangle. Want to count these ones with me? Let's see. Count together. 1, 2, 3 sides. And how many corners? 1, 2, 3. Good job. This is also a triangle. So all 3 of these, even though they're different in shapes and sizes, are triangles. And we can tell that because we know their defining attributes. All right, I'm going to pass around each of these shapes, one of each. A rectangle, a circle, a square, and the triangle. And I want each of you to take a turn running your fingers along them and counting the sides and the corners like we just did. Now that everyone has had a chance to look at all the shapes and touch them and count the sides and the corners, we're going to classify shapes. Okay? So we're going to use this chart that I have made over here that shows us each shape and tells us their attributes. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover up this side like this. Okay? And I'm going to give each of you a shape. And I want you to come to the front one at a time. And you're going to decide which category it goes in. How to classify your shape. And you got to tell me why you're classifying it. How do you know it's that shape? Okay? And then once you've decided what shape it is, which category it fits into with its attributes, you're going to stick it over here on the side. Okay? So I've made lots of shapes. I have lots of shapes, different colors and sizes, rectangles, squares, triangles, and circles. Okay, so I'm going to pass these out to each of you. Each one of you is going to get a different size and a different color and a different shape. Okay? So let's try that out. Let's see how it goes. If anyone needs help, they just refer up to these and feel it with your finger. Take a look at what you guys did. Everyone did a great job with the board. Sorry. All right, let's review what we learned, okay, about attributes of shapes. We know that a square has 4 sides, 4 corners, 2, 3, 4, And all sides are equal lengths, meaning they are the same exact length. Okay, you guys did a great job over here. We got some diagonal squares, some sideways squares, and big and small squares. We know this is a circle because it has one round shape. It is a shape, round or curved shape, right? There's no sides and there are 0 edges. We just call it a round shape. A rectangle has 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all sides are not equal. We have 2 short sides that are equal and 2 long sides that are equal. If we take a look over here into the shapes that you guys sorted or classified, look at the different sizes we have. We have a small one that's sideways. We have a diagonal one. And they're all different colors. But they are all still rectangles, right? Good job. All right. And then triangles. Triangle has 1, 2, 3 sides and 1, 2, 3 corners, right? And look at, we can put triangles in all different shapes and sizes. Upside down, we have diagonal, sideways, right side up, and this is a big upside down one, right? But all still triangles. Great job, everybody. Now that we're all done classifying and reviewing our work, let's review what we learned today, okay? So we learned that shapes can be defined by their attributes, and that shapes do not have to be the same size or orientation or color to still be the same shape, right? All right, and defining attributes are things such as number of sides, which is the straight line of a shape, number of corners or vertices where the lines meet, all right, and the length of the sides we can compare. A square is all equal, and a rectangle has 2 long and 2 short. Those 2 are equal, but not all of them are equal, okay? Now that you guys learned that, I'm going to give you this worksheet and send you back to your seats, okay? And I want you to fill this out before you're done, before you leave class today, or before we move on to our next activity, for those who are not leaving. What you're going to do is you're going to color in all the circles red, all the triangles blue, and all the squares green, okay? As you can see, just like the shapes that we sorted, some of them are different sizes and different orientations, meaning they're sideways or upside down. They're not all right side up, okay? And once you've colored them all in, I want you to look down the bottom. Down here, there's a few questions, okay? I want you to count how many of each shape you have, and then hand in your work to me, okay? Everyone did a great job today. And next week, when we continue learning about shapes, we're going to read this book, Round as a Mooncake. And this will teach us how to recognize shapes in the real world every day, and then we'll do some activities to try to do that ourselves. All right, class, thank you so much. Have a great day.